Every single one of you have come out today. You know, we do a lot of reflecting and a lot of thinking after these walks, and it makes everyone feel a little different, but one thing it undoubtedly does is it brings us all together. We get stronger and stronger, and I might sound like a broken record repeating the same thing each month, but it's what I feel and it's what I see, and I feel the energy from each and every one of you here today. And again, I just want to thank you guys for coming. A lot of the times on the march, we tend to chant no justice, no peace, and recently, to be honest, I've been thinking about that quite a lot, and I think we need to kind of break that stereotype. And you look at this peaceful movement, and you look at the power of the numbers that turn up to these movements, and I really believe we can get justice via peace. And the more I think about that, the more it sits in, and it has that sinking feeling in my stomach, because we cannot be ignored as we grow stronger and stronger together. We're not being violent. We've all kept our dignity. North Kensington should hold their heads high. The people of Ladbroke Grove and Latimer Road need to be proud of everything we've achieved over the last 6 months and what we will continue to achieve over the years to come. We need to stay united and we need to remain peaceful. So today I ask that we don't chant no justice, no peace. We just chant for justice. 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 They can feel us. And eventually a time will come where this march needs to be carried away from here, and it needs to be taken to another part of our community. And there needs to be a time where we need to understand that what we do is we carry the memory of the 71 people who have passed away. We carry their memories with us. And it's all good that we keep it here and we keep it within our community, but we're all struggling here. We all feel the pain. We live here. We have to deal with it every single day. And as the months go on, we feel more and more ignored. Well, I feel more and more ignored personally. And a time will come where this movement will then move to the other side of Kensington or somewhere else. Again, we're not saying that and again, it takes us back to the peace. I look around and I see all the kids around as well, all the under 16s that have come out with family. And you know, this is for them as well, man. This is our future generations. We're all here to carry that fight. And you know, as adults and as members of this community, it's our responsibility to make sure that we're giving them something to stand for. We're giving them something to fight for as well, in a peaceful way, in something where they can put their foot down and say we stood for something. So to all the kids that are with us right now, your presence is appreciated. Whatever you're going through with all your, you know, gang problems and this and that, and you get a bad stigma, we know times are hard, but it's movements like this that you need to stand up and be counted, because you really do help this movement and you're as important as everyone else that stands with us today. Again, today we hold memory for the 71 who've lost their lives. We stand in solidarity with the survivors and with the bereaved families who walk with us and join us on this cold walk, and who will keep joining us. And to everyone, again, like I said at the beginning, everyone who joins us from outside of our community, we thank you again. I received messages on the Facebook group asking if it's acceptable for people who don't live in the area to come. And I appreciate the gesture to ask, but like I said, this is open to everyone. If this has affected you in the slightest way, come and stand with us, come and join us, because we will grow stronger and we will get justice. We will get this resolved. I can promise you that. Justice. 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 I'm not gonna...
Hi everyone. I'm just going to say a couple of words about justice. We started a petition about 2 weeks ago. It's now up to, someone said 19,000 or close to. Some of you got flyers today. I urge you to share them amongst your friends. There's a QR code in there, there's a URL. We're aiming for 100,000 signatures. We'll need your help. 100,000 signatures gets us a debate in Parliament. So regardless of whether they want to listen to us, they have to listen to us. What we've asked for is not extraordinary. What we've asked for is ordinary. You would never expect one person to sit in judgment over an inquiry. 71 people died. So we urge you, pull out. All right. What I'd like you all to do is, those of you who haven't signed the petition, is to pull out your phone now, find someone with that poster and sign it, please. But it's take you a minute to do, and then share it. Share it with everyone you know. Get it around the country. Get us to that 100,000. Thank you.
You know what? We're all about, like I said, peace and unity here, and I will never force anything on anyone. But everyone who has that smartphone now, take a minute and pull your phone out right now and find it. Yeah? Right now. The people who have signed it already, by all means, thank you. But anyone who hasn't signed it, please take the minute to sign that now. You know, I was one of the people who ended up at Downing Street in the early stages of this tragedy. Yeah, and it was full of false promises. And I don't want to turn this about politics, because it's not about that today. We're not here to talk about political beliefs, but something like this, there needs to be a change. And the members of this community are asking for your support, so please pull out your phones. You'll find the petition floating around Facebook and all forms of social media, and please make sure that that is being signed.
Good evening, everybody. Wow, so many people, thank you. I'm a bit overwhelmed, this is incredible. 6 months today, 6 months since that horrific tragedy. And we've come together not only as a community, but as a nation to remember our loved ones. And it was beautiful, I must say, being in St. Paul's Cathedral today and seeing all the families, survivors, the community together, remembering our loved ones, seeing the royal family and all the politicians putting aside whatever arguments and whatnot aside, and just remembering our loved ones today. But I must say, sitting in that cathedral today, I felt that we shouldn't be there. We shouldn't have been there. We shouldn't be there remembering people that lost their lives the way they did that night. And we shouldn't be there ever in the future remembering people losing their lives the way they did that horrific night. You know, it's hard because I lost my uncle, and I look and I see loads of friends and families, and they lost friends and families, and some of them are my friends and families, and you know, it's hard because I wish we didn't really get a chance to say goodbye properly, you know, and it was tough. But I want to share something with you today, something that was very close to me and my family, and I hope it's okay that I can just read just something with you very quickly, if it's okay. My will. For who will remember me one day? Remember my presence before my departure. To see a smile on your face when I'm gone. A prayer from your heart. No tears or sadness on my grave. If we share the memory that's in your heart, always remember it with a smile. For who will remember me one day? Remember my presence before my departure. That was a poem my Uncle Hisham wrote last year. And he often expressed himself through poetry. And I'm just sad I never got to express my feelings to him before he was gone. But what do we do now? Now we need to make sure that they aren't forgotten. But how do you forget somebody when you see them every day? Not only their faces, but their tears, their cries, their terror. So what do we do to make sure that they're not only forgotten, but something is done so this never happens again? So our future generations don't see that pain, that trauma, that suffering that we went through that night, that we will never forget, ever. So what do? We sign that petition, people. We take that power away from the establishment and make sure that they have people in this public inquiry that represent us. Yes. Not necessarily our religious and ethnic background, but us. Look at the diversity amongst all of us. I've never seen, this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But how are we going to get justice in a public inquiry that doesn't have no diversity? So what do? We make sure that our voices are heard. We put them in a position where they have to give us what we need and what we want to make sure the truth is uncovered, no matter how uncomfortable and ugly it might be. So please, people, please sign that petition. Make sure the government hear our voices forever. Pull out your phone, sign that petition, share it with your friends and family. Thank you for listening to me today. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, young
person has been, every single person here is affected in a large or small way, and this is why you're out here on such a cold night, so thank you. Thank you for the support and thank you for the love. I wanted to echo what was said earlier on about the young people, because we looked around the cathedral today, and as those children brought up those green hearts, I think that's the part that touched so many people in that cathedral. I, for one, was in bits at that stage. And I think that if anything comes out of this, it is seeking a better future. Seeking a better future for those young people that have experienced so much sadness in their lives. They've lost friends, they've lost family, they've lost people that they saw in the shop or at the sports centre or wherever. They've had a great sense of loss. So if there's anything that we do together is make sure that we make a better future for them, and we must do that with love. Finding peace, finding justice, but showing them the right way to find justice. Peaceful methods. Showing the world that we have a great amount of dignity and grace. We have to show them, we have to break the molds that they think that we portray. We're such a diverse and beautiful community, and that's what we need to keep showing the world. So, for the children here, you have our love, you have our support. Never ever feel that you're alone. You've been through so much, but we are here for you.
Okay guys, we're going to wrap it up for this evening. So I'd just like, as I say at the end of every march, just get to know everyone around you. If you've seen someone for the first time today and you haven't seen them before, introduce yourselves, get to know each other, hang around, and I'll see you all hopefully next month. Follow the Facebook group, the Grenfell Tower Silent Walk, and make sure that it's going viral. Make sure that we can keep doubling the numbers week in, week out. Also, if there are any suggestions for the marches going forward, please do email the group, the Grenfell Tower Silent Walk group on Facebook, and that's open to everyone. Even about what I said before about taking this to somewhere else, please do send all the feedback in and all your suggestions, because this is our walk. And just so, to be honest, before the round of applause, I've just had a suggestion and it's right. If we can all take a minute, just face the tower behind us, and if we can have a final minute silence before we wrap up the evening. So if everyone could take that minute to turn and face the tower, please. Guys, we'll start the minute silence from now.